And I welcome you back to the Brennick channel, and today we're going to be talking about Lake Oroville. We're going to be talking about the water levels and the snowpack that has impacted from the last few storms. The upcoming storms, there's more in the forecast, but before we get going on that, I want to talk about this outbreak that is going on in the United States right now. There is a bad, severe line in Iowa right now. As we roll into windy.com, you can see this low pressure kicking all this moisture up, and this moisture is actually part of the Pineapple Express coming all the way down here. It's not even Gulf moisture that it's tapping into. It is maybe just a little bit, but the majority of it is coming from the Pineapple Express. And look how rapidly this thing is moving. This is the last 12 hours. It went from here to here in the last 12 hours. This thing is cooking. And I live over here in Illinois, and this thing is very, very windy. We're underneath a wind advisory, 25 to 55 mile an hour here at the Brennick Studios, and you can see this thing just blossom. It just really kicks up. As we go over to the radar, you can see that the radar is really powerful right now. There's a line coming through right here. You can see like Des Moines, you better watch out. Kansas City, it just went through, and so this is just not a good situation at all. So this thing is a massive storm. As we roll away from the Midwest here, you can see this is the current snow depth. I want to start in here at the Colorado. Up here by Aspen, you got 29 inches. So this is good news. It's almost 3 inches of precipitation. This is your current snowpack. And down here you got 27 inches. So, and up here past Glenwood Springs up here, you got 27.7. We scoot all the way up here to where the Green River starts, and you got 53. So this is really good, but this was like that last year, and that sure the heck didn't help the lakes. Here's Flaming Gorge here. You can see that. And then down below Flaming Gorge, just to the east of Salt Lake, you got 25.4 inches. So they got a decent amount of snow over here. It's nothing to write home. And if we go over to the visible satellite, you can see all this snowpack from California over to the Colorados. You can see it. These are not clouds as we move them along here. You can see that this is all snow along here. So this is fantastic news. Look at all this being pumped in, and this is all being driven by this low pressure right here. And this is what's causing this atmospheric river to roll in. This is not coming from Hawaii like normal. That is down here. This is your Pineapple Express down here. This is pretty common. And then you go out and you can see another one here, and then possibly another one over here as well. You're going to have 2 or 3 of these coming in a row, and that's good news for California because they need a lot more precipitation. Now, I will say that the models are arguing over the amounts, and last time they were more in agreements on what they were going to get. So let's go check out the rain accumulation for the next 3 days, and you can see right here at Lake Oroville, they're going to add another 2.29 inches, so an average around 2 inches here. And then up here by Mount Shasta, 2.37. You have all that going on, and then you go over to the next 5 days. There's not another system. Once this gets past the 3-day mark, we go the next 10 days, and this thing lights up like a Christmas tree. It is 7.74 inches. Now, this is a lot less than what they are talking about on the GFS. The GFS actually has much higher amounts. This is the European model, and you have 7 inches here. 666, sign of the devil. You got 7 inches there. So will this come to pass? It's hard to say. You got a couple inches coming, so they're saying another 5 inches on top of what they got coming. Now, this is the GFS. In the same spot, you got 9.974, so you got over 9 inches of rain here at Mount Shasta, and down here you have 10 to 9, so you can see 11 here. The models are in disagreement. They generally it gets a little closer. Now, this is a very long way out, so you got 11.21 there, and if you go over to snow depth, check this out. That is over 100 inches of snow, so they're calling for another 100 inches of snow in the next 10 days for the GFS. Now, the European model is not calling for that. The European model is calling for 53, 55. So we'll see what happens. These long-range forecasts, you got to take them for what they are. They are a long-range forecast, and a lot can change as they generally do. They're still predicting a lot more, and that's probably that other low pressure we just saw on the satellite loop way out here. It's probably this one or this one. You see 3 of them in a row. There's one here, and one here. So it's probably all 3 of those that are getting ready to pop through, and as they do, it'll bring a lot more rain. Now, we will see. Let's go check and see how much the water has come up at Lake Oroville in Lake Shasta, as I want to keep this video kind of short tonight as I'm running low on time. So let's roll over to Lake Oroville and see what is going on. As we roll over to Lake Oroville, you can see that the water level is currently 681.64 feet. This was Wednesday, December 15th at 2021 at 3 p.m. The level is 218 feet below full pool of 900, and the lake has actually come up, changes since yesterday, 1.84 feet. And you can see, as we scoot in here, December 7th it was at 672.97 feet, and now it's at 681.64 feet. So that has actually increased 8.86 feet. So this thing has come up quite a bit, and you can see in 2020 the level was at 754 and it was on the decrease. So we'll take an increase anytime, right? So but in 2019 it was a lot higher. It was at 784 feet. We go to 2018 it was a lot lower actually. So it was at 663 feet in 2018. In 2017 it was around 701. So we're not too far off the mark actually as far as that goes. You go back to 2016 and it was a lot higher. It's not out of the question to think that this lake could actually skyrocket up. As you can see here, as we start taking out some of these, we go back to 2016. You can see in 2016 how fast this thing has came up. So January it actually came up to 891 feet. So it wasn't quite at the top of the dam because the top of the dam's 900. So we go to 2017, see how fast this lake can actually come up. From January 8th, it was at 805, and January 12th, it was at 849 feet. So this lake can actually increase really fast, as you can see here. This thing come up over 50 feet in just a few days. So it was January 7th, and by January 14th, you can see that this thing increased 851.64 feet, and there you have it. And then of course whenever it topped the emergency spillway, it came up from 849 all the way to 902.57 is where it breached out at on February 11th. So you can see that this thing can come up several feet in a matter of a few days. Lake has come up almost 9 feet in a week. So there you have it. Let's roll over to Lake Shasta and see what's going on there. As we roll over to Lake Shasta, you can see it's almost up to 900 feet. It's at 899.91 feet. MSL Wednesday, December 15, 2021 at 2 p.m. The level is 167.09 feet below full pool of 1,067, and you can see 0.79. And let's see how this thing did in 2017, 2016, and we'll take out these other ones and see how fast this thing can increase as well. So same as down at Oroville, it did increase quite a bit. Now it doesn't increase nearly as fast. So in January 3rd it was at 920, and by March it went up to 997 feet. So this thing can increase pretty quick too. And then the spike, like right here, thing went up to 1,044. This lake can come up very, very fast, just as quick within a couple months. So don't think it's out of the realm for this lake to actually fill back up this year. It's possible. We have a lot more storms coming through, as I just showed. So keep that in mind. And that's all I have. God bless, and we'll see you on the next one.